Good afternoon, and welcome to Eco Training Pridelands. You are live with us here on this sunset safari, and we have elephants. No surprises there. Elephants are plentiful at the moment around here on Pridelands. My name is Chris, and with me on camera ops is Panda. And roughly our plan is to obviously find elephants. I would like to find that herd of buffalo as well that was here earlier this morning. And then perhaps a little bit later, when it cools down a bit, we want to head back to the region where we have seen those 4 lions from the Ngati Pride this morning. So that's roughly our plan for the afternoon. But for now, let's enjoy these elephants. There's plenty of elephants throughout the day. Seems like they keep coming and going. Lots and lots and lots and lots of elephants. Oh, look at that one there. Oh, so nice. Just get the weight off those massive legs.
Look at this. What a wonderful way to start. We are not too far from the airstrip, and we did bump into one of the guides going down with his guests going to the lodge. I wonder if these elephants were nearby when they checked in. Can you imagine? That would be the ultimate greeting and welcome to Africa, is the minute you touch down with the aeroplane and you get to see some elephants. Beautiful. Look at this one, just walking around us. We're just going to let him walk past. He's about 10 meters from the vehicle, but we'll just let him go. Just look at this. It's actually quite nice because the sun has just gone down now. And then we have a little bit of dust, which I'm seeing in the camera. I'm actually not seeing it too well with my naked eye. So I'm actually seeing it in the screen over here. And it's really cool. These are blue wildebeest. And it's so nice to see them. It's just such a change from the black wildebeest that I'm so used to seeing in the Eastern Cape. I did go to Pridelands, didn't see any wildebeest there. But Morris was telling me that the blue wildebeest do come through there. And then coming out here to Madikwe, seeing the blue wildebeest here, it's quite nice. It's really cool to, sometimes have a bit of an absence when you don't see some animals. And then when you do see them, regardless how rare or how common they are, it becomes so special because you haven't seen them in such a long time.
Look at this little one, he's busy eating the grass. A little hyena. Oh, he's chewing on that piece of grass there. Like, a little bit of a toy for him for the afternoon. Of course, we are here at the Djuma clan den site. And of course, the big female on the left is old June with, oh, look at that little one. Look at that little mouth. Oh, isn't he adorable? This little one is still so busy. So busy. But it's amazing how much patience Mom's got. Oh, no, come. Lots of patience. Oh. And amazing, it's like it's a predator with one of the strongest bite force. And I mean, crushing through bones and ripping meat and opening a hide of an animal. Very strong jaws. You can just see the muscles around the cheek area and also on the temples. And it's amazing how gentle they are with their youngsters.
Okay, well, our sea of buffalo is still where we left it. Not a great deal of activity. Some of the females are up and about. And that could be a precursor of movement, although it will take a little bit of time to manifest if that's the case, because a lot of the time these herds are controlled by a group of, I suppose you could call them dominant females to some extent. Within here there are individual sort of family groups of maybe sort of 8s and 10s and 12 individuals. And each of those will have a sort of a female in charge of that group, and there are what we know as the pathfinders, and they're usually the ones that call the shots in the herd. They're normally the ones that get active first, and they stand around and sort of often stand facing the direction that they want to travel in, and then slowly but surely the rest of the herd will join in. These big boys will, some of them will be at the front, and a lot of them take up position at the back of the group, and they create this sort of protective blanket as they're walking, with the young ones and the females in the middle of the herd. And then should they come across any danger, then certainly you'll find most of the bulls will push their way to the front, with the females just as aggressive. The thing that shall not be named can now be named. We have a leopard! About time to spectacular. I believe it may well be Tlalamba, but we haven't had a close enough look yet. And to be honest, I've misidentified Tlalamba on more than one occasion, so I'm going to wait till she comes a little bit closer, but it certainly looks like her, I think. How awesome is that? Life is better with spots in it. We are going to try, for the last few minutes of drive, to take a nice photo of the stars to show you. It's not quite properly dark yet, which means it may not work 110%, but that marula tree there is going to be our foreground subject, and the Milky Way will be behind it, hopefully. Obviously that tree won't be in the way of where I am taking the photograph. What have you got? Antares there, Odie. So what I've done, so I get a lot of people asking me the best way to take photographs. It's a bit of a balancing act. You want a longer shutter speed as possible, but not too long, so that the stars start moving. Because remember, the Earth is turning and the sky rotates above your head at night time. And so you don't want to have too long exposure. Otherwise, you're going to start getting little wormy stars instead of actual pinpricks, which is what you want. So I'm going to take only 15 seconds, but I'm going to have a fairly high ISO, which is sort of the sensitivity of the old film cameras. So I'm going to take it on 3200, and then I've got a special lens, or a good lens, in terms of a very wide aperture. So I'm going to be shooting at f1.8, which means we might not get super sharp stars because it gets a bit more complicated. But we're just going to take one 15-second exposure, and hopefully you can see some of the magnificence of the Milky Way, but it's not quite in the right place yet for where I'd normally take the picture. I'd normally wait another couple of hours for the compositional element, but you should get the idea. Okay, I'm going to bring you the camera back and put it up here, and hopefully you can see what we captured. Now, we haven't done this before, so hopefully it'll work well. Are you coming out of IR, Odie? You'll have to go into colour. MC, we're coming out of IR back into normal colour. Okay, so if we zoom in on the back here, let's have a look. Okay, so that's what we've got. So you can see there's plenty of detail. Let's zoom in a little bit. So now you can really see the Milky Way against that tree. And you can see all of these light patches. So this is the core of the galaxy. So you're looking through, that's better, no, I haven't got the glare. So you're looking through Sagittarius here, and Scorpio is sort of here. And that is the core of the galaxy, and you can see how bright it is from all of those stars that are just too faint to pick up with the naked eye. And those dark patches are what we call the dust lanes, which is stuff in between us and that line of stars across the sky. So there's a much better rendition of the Milky Way for just one 15-second photograph. Timmy, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed that. But I think we're almost out of time. We just managed to squeeze it in. 30 seconds to go, so that was a little bit different to finish with, and we found a leopard. But for myself, Cedric, Andrew and Chris, I hope you've enjoyed the afternoon drive. Lots of fun, some good sightings, and well, I won't be out tomorrow morning, but the others will be, and somebody mysterious will be taking over from me, I have no doubt. But have a wonderful evening wherever you are, and get out there and enjoy the dark skies.